can you make $10,000 a month or $120,000 a year? Is it possible? What are the steps and how do you do it? This video is specifically about making money, $10,000 a month or beyond. If you don't care to make $10,000 a month or beyond, then go watch another video on YouTube. So first off, you're probably like, who the heck is this dude talking about making $10,000 a month? My name is Nathan, for those of you guys that don't know, and I've been a YouTuber for the past 12 years. And I have multiple channels on YouTube that I've grown from 0 all the way to 10 million subscribers and beyond. And these channels are not making $10,000 a month. They're making 100, 200, and some of them are making $500,000 a month and beyond. But I want to talk about making $10,000 a month because when I was a kid, for whatever reason, I don't know why, I wanted to make over $100,000 a year. That was just like a number I set in my head and I just wanted to do it. I was like, I have to do this. I have to make 6 figures. And obviously I didn't expect to make 7 and 8 figures, but that comes along the process. Now, I think one of the first steps to making $10,000 a month is believing that you can actually make $10,000 a month. I know this sounds a little corny, but it's 100% true. So you want the secret, you want the formula, you want to know how the heck you make $10,000 a month. And I can't really specifically give you the formula for how to make $10,000 a month because every single person is at different stages in their life. Every single person has different careers and every single person has different paths they're trying to go down. But the first step to making $10,000 a month is to believe that it's possible. Because when I was a kid, like I mentioned, I always wanted to make $10,000 or $100,000 a year. That was like my goal, my mission. I don't know why. I just wanted to make money. I just did. I'm just being honest. I would say back in 2015, I was about 3 years into my YouTube channel and I haven't even hit like a viral video yet, over 1 million views. And I met this kid, I think he was like 15 or 16 years old, and he was making $14,000 a month on YouTube, and it blew me away. I don't think I've ever talked to someone that has made that much money. I was like, you make what? You make how much per day? What? I remember talking to him and I just thought it was so unreal. It was so crazy. And I didn't believe it was possible until I met someone that actually did it. So then, of course, I tried to figure out the differences between me and this kid that was making like 10 times the amount of money that I'm making. And I was like, what does this kid have that I don't have? And I basically came to the conclusion that it was almost nothing. Really, the only difference is that this kid was filming more videos, posting more videos, and his videos were higher quality, and he's been doing videos for longer than I have. I was doing videos for 3 years. He was doing videos for, I think, 5 or 6 years. So after this experience, I then believed that it was possible. I also believed that I had to put more work into my videos. I had to do them for longer, and I had to make better videos if I wanted to give more value to the world, build a bigger audience, and make more money and get more views. So the next thing I did is I started to break down exactly how much $10,000 a month is, because if you want to make $10,000 a month, you need to know how much money you need to make per day. So if you work every single day in the month, let's assume the month is 30 days, that's going to be $333 a day that you will need to earn. Now, if you don't work every single day and you take the weekends off, you only work Monday through Friday, that means you're only going to have 20 days in the month and you will need to earn $500 per day. Okay, so let's use this $500 a day example, because let's assume you still take your weekends off, you still got Saturday and Sunday to go do whatever you want. So you work 20 days per month, you need to make $500 per day. Now, I know that sounds like a lot, but let's break it down here. Let's say you have a lemonade stand. $1 equals 1 lemonade. You would have to sell 500 cups of lemonade per day for a month straight to make $10,000. Now, obviously that is your gross profit, not counting your net profit. But let's say we step it up a notch. Instead of selling $1 lemonade, we start mowing the grass for 20 bucks. $20 per lawn, you would have to mow 25 yards per day for an entire month straight consistently. Let's take it up one more notch. Let's say you wash cars and you charge $50 per car. You would have to wash 10 cars per day for the entire month. Now, let's say you make YouTube videos. You would have to get 1 million views per month on long form content in order to make $10,000 per month. So a lot of the things that I just explained sound very difficult, almost impossible. Like the lemonade stand thing. How do you sell 500 cups of lemonade per day? You better be standing outside of a baseball stadium every single day in order to get that many customers to buy lemonade. Or mowing 25 lawns per day. That is an insane amount. How would you even, let's calculate that. So 25 times, let's say it takes you 30 minutes to mow the grass. I feel like that's pretty fast. That's a cheap job right there. That's 750 minutes divided by 60. It would take you 12 and a half hours of work per day. That's no bathroom breaks, no lunch breaks. That is a fat day, and you have to do that every day for a month straight. The point is, making $10,000 a month is difficult. Which brings me to my next point. You have to work incredibly hard. Whatever it is you do, making $10,000 a month is difficult. Whether you work inside of a big company, you run your own business, or you're making YouTube videos like I'm doing right now. Making $10,000 a month, getting 1 million views per month consistently is difficult, but it's certainly not impossible. I am a living example of that. Same with that kid that was like 15 years old making 14 grand a month. When I met him, my belief system changed and I believed that I could actually do this. And I'm telling you that you could actually do this if you want it bad enough. And look, you don't have to run a YouTube channel to make $10,000 a month. You don't even have to own your own business to make $10,000 a month. You can be working inside of a company, work your way up inside the company, and make $10,000 a month. I have a handful of employees that I actually employ and pay every month that make over $10,000 a month. But they worked their way up to that level because they were very consistent, they were very good, and they were overachievers. They ended up doing more than what was asked of them, and I started to recognize that over the years, and I gave them promotions and promotions and promotions because they kept making the company more and more money and adding more and more value, and they did that for years and years and years. And then now they're at a point where they're making 6 figures and beyond. So my point there is that a lot of people assume that to make a lot of money, you have to own a business. You have to be an entrepreneur. You have to do e-commerce. You have to start a YouTube channel, and that's just not true. I know some people that are making high 7 figures, which is like a couple $100,000 a month, and they work inside of a big corporation. They've never owned a business. They're not an entrepreneur. So it's certainly possible. But one thing that you have to have is you have to have that consistency. You have to have that loyalty. And the most important thing is you have to go above your job role. You have to add so much value to the company that the leaders or your boss inside that company can recognize that value and see what you're adding and be like, wow, we have to give this guy more opportunities because he's incredible. Now look, I could talk about that all day, but in reality, there's only 2 ways to build wealth. Number 1, you build things. And number 2, you sell things. That's about it. That's what makes the entire world go round. Either building things or selling things. For example, I am building things. I am building YouTube videos. I'm building YouTube channels. That's how I make my money. Other people might be building houses, building construction projects, building cars, building phones, building mouses, building computers. There's so many things to be built. Even this desk that I'm sitting on right now, this chair that I have, was built by someone, some company, some person, somewhere. And the next thing, number 2, is that you sell something. So this chair has to be sold. This desk has to be sold. This house that I'm in has to be sold. A car has to be sold. So many things have to be sold. So they're either built or sold. So basically, those are like the 2 skill sets that you need. Now, you don't need both of these skill sets. I would highly recommend getting good at just one skill set. For example, I'm not very good at selling things. I'm trying to get better at selling things, but I'm not very good at selling things. But I am very good at building things. And specifically, I'm very good at building YouTube channels. I'm building this YouTube channel. I've built the Unspeakable YouTube channel, Unspeakable Plays, the Unspeakable Gaming YouTube channel, the Unspeakable Studios YouTube channel. Now, obviously, I had the help of a team behind me, but I built that team over time, over a 12-year period. But my point is that I've gotten really good at something very specific, which is building YouTube channels. That's what I'm good at. And that's how I've been able to make my money. Another great thing I'll mention about YouTube specifically, because that's just what I do for a living, is that YouTube has leverage and you can build momentum on it. I have some videos that I posted over 4 years ago that are making me $10,000 a month. Just like one singular video. So my point there is that media has leverage behind it, because if I was to go open a restaurant and I serve food from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. The second I close my doors at 9 p.m. is the second I also stop making money. But on YouTube, it's never closed. There's people always watching videos. And also, the more videos that I post, the more views I can get. The better videos I make, the more views I can get. And these views can compound over time. Like I just mentioned, I have videos that I haven't touched in 3 years that are still making money. So that's just an interesting thing I want to explain about money and compounding. The same rules apply when you're investing your money. For example, if you've ever looked at a future value calculator, it can show you the future projections of how money compounds over time. A great example of this is, have you ever heard the story, would you rather have a penny that doubles every day, or would you rather have $1 million right now? And a lot of people think, oh, I'm gonna take the $1 million right now. But the penny at the end of the 30 days is worth significantly more than $1 million, because the rule of compounding is so powerful. So that's just a concept that I wanted to explain about investing in money, because I didn't really understand that when I started YouTube or when I started investing in things. I was just like, hey, how can I turn my $20,000 into $40,000? But then once you really understand the art of compounding and how money compounds within 5, 10, 30, 40, 60 years, it's incredibly powerful. For example, that's exactly how Warren Buffett built all of his wealth. It was all based on compounding. He didn't have crazy market returns every single year. He just did it for like 70 years straight. So that's my rant on making $10,000 a month. I know this video is a little bit different from most videos, but I just wanted to share these thoughts that I had. Everything that I just mentioned in this video, I've had it on like a little notepad, and I always wanted to make a video about it. There you go. There's the video. So thank you guys for watching this video. Definitely be sure to subscribe if you guys want to see more videos like this on the channel. And let me know in the comment section below, what would you like to see me film next week? I'm open to filming anything. Let me know in the comment section below. Peace.